This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin'. This is Don Della Snooch. Welcome to the Escape Pod. Inflight Entertainment, Wandavison season finale.
How's everybody doing?
What's up, dude? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Had to rush over here. We were working on the floor today, so we had to do this before we get D&D going. So let's knock this fucker out of the park.
I'm in. So essentially, we're going to talk about the last two episodes of WandaVision. We wanted to separate these from the regular show, so we didn't spoil the end for anybody who wasn't ready to be spoiled. So
yeah, this is going to be spoiler heavy right from the get.
Yep. So if you haven't seen the last two episodes, save this for later.
Yeah, please.
We're going to jump right into it because we've got other stuff to do tonight. So, WandaVision episode 8, previously on is what the episode was called, directed by Matt Shakman and written by Laura Donnie.
In Salem in 1693, a coven of witches led by Mother Evanor attempt to kill Agatha for practicing dark magic, but she drains their life forces. In the present, Agatha demands to know how Wanda's controlling Westview and forces her to relive key moments of her life.
Agatha learns that Wanda has had magical abilities since she was a child, which were later amplified by the Mind Stone, and she was always enjoyed watching her various sitcoms. After the blip, Wanda visited Sword to recover Vision's body, but Hayward refused to let her bury him.
That whole thing about her having these abilities and stuff, I was like, that never occurred to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it made sense that the Mind Stone would be attracted to her because of these different qualities that she already possessed.
Right.
I thought that was a pretty cool origins, if you will.
Because we saw in a previous episode that the Mind Stone was killing everybody else.
Yeah. Unable to feel any life in Vision, she drove to a lot in Westview that he had bought her before his death, so they could live there and die together. In a fit of grief, she manifests a house on the lot and a new version of Vision, and the extended the hex across the entire town.
Agatha concludes that Wanda possesses a legendary form of magic called chaos magic and dubs her the Scarlet Witch. In the mid-credit scene, Haywood reactivates the original Vision, now all white, reassembled corpse.
It was dope.
It
looked cool, man. The weird ass looking
the blue
microchip stone thing, and then the eyes, how the eyes were all dark.
Mm-hmm.
That it was just dope looking. It looked like a galaxy in his eyes.
This version of Vision is from the actual comic book.
Yes.
So this has been foretold before.
Nice. Agatha's origin in witch trial era Salem in 1693 ends up being a little piece of misdirection. She's not on trial for being a witch, but rather by her own coven for seeking too much power. The Latin chant that the witches are repeating appears to be Mors monstru natural, which would translate to natural death is a monster.
That you said that way better than I was going to say it if I had to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a really good job. Agatha use of purple energy may be the most damning sign of her intentions yet. In comics, purple is often coded as a villain's color. We learn the origin of the brooch Agatha has been wearing all the way through the series, having taken it off of her mother's corpse.
This episode makes it pretty clear that Wanda was born with her abilities and that Strucker's experiments merely amplified them, which we were hitting on earlier.
Right.
The fact that Strucker's experiments killed all the subjects except for Wanda and Pietro could be seen as further evidence of their mutant heritage. Why didn't that Stark Industries bomb explode and kill Wanda and Pietro? She may have unknowingly cast a probability hex on it.
I don't know if you knew that the nature of her magic is not that she can manifest things. She can manipulate the probability of a thing happening so the thing she wants to happen happens.
I see. That's messed up.
That's the nature of the chaos magic, I guess.
Right.
I'm sure that somebody could way out nerd me on that and tell me I'm wrong. But later it was revealed that she was a master of chaos magic, another term introduced here. Furthermore, now it seems that being able to wield chaos magic gives Wanda a specific magical title of the Scarlet Witch. Vision was then resurrected in the comics in a white form that we see here in the mid-credit scene, and brought back without his emotions or any connection to his past life as Wanda's husband or Billy or Tommy's father.
The toaster commercial from the first episode was always supposed to be a reference to the Stark Industries bomb that tore apart the Maximoff household. That commercial also had the blinking red light of the toaster show up despite everything else being in black and white. Now we're seeing that bomb itself had a very similar blinking red light and sound. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I did kind of pick that up, but I did not so in depth as that. But that's pretty dope. It is revealed that Petro Maximoff was indeed a complete fake, a Fietro, as Agatha calls him. He became her eyes and ears, and she refers to his manifestation as a crystalline possession.
It was really cool in that scene. Like, she took that locust off the wall, or Katie did, or whatever that is, that we were all thinking might have something to do with Mephisto. And she does some magic on it and turns it into
a bird, right?
Yeah, a bird.
Yeah.
Yep. So it was just interesting to see that as she's describing a crystalline possession, her actually manifesting one.
Yeah.
It is good, Marvel. It's good.
This show just continues to impress.
Right.
I was like when they showed him at the end and out having the whole white get up, like I said, that was cool in itself. I've seen it in comic book form recently, just because of stuff I've seen on YouTube. I've not pretended to be a Wanda or Vision knowledgeable person before this show. What I've gained is through other people's videos and watching this show. Yep. So to see that on screen looked awesome, dude. Right. It really was a highlight for me.
And people who are really diehard Wanda and Vision fans also appreciate it. So I mean, they're doing it right.
Yeah, they're doing something right.
By the time episode 8 was over, like, I was so overjoyed. I was fucking clapping. Like, it was fantastic. And I've had some friends of mine, or one friend of mine, give me shit about it, but
it's okay. It's still good.
I guess some things aren't for everybody.
No, that's true.
Episode 9, the series finale, directed by Matt Shackman, written by Jock. I
want to say
Jock Schaefer.
Agatha attempts to take Wanda's chaos magic, but is interrupted by the Vision, who tries to kill Wanda before her conditional vision intervenes. The two Visions fight throughout Westview while Agatha frees the residents of Westview from Wanda's control. Pleading with Wanda, they convince her to open the barrier.
She stops when Vision and the twins begin to disintegrate, but not before Hayward and the sword enter. That was a super tense moment.
Oh, to get ahead of that, sorry to interrupt that, but that that whole thing where he puts his hands on her face
Uh-huh.
and he starts trying to squash her head. I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
Right.
That shit was insane, man.
Yep.
And then just watching the two Visions start duking it out and beating the shit out of each other and phasing in and out so they can grab onto each other. That was sweet.
It was amazing.
That was really cool fighting.
Monica frees Pietro, who is actually Ralph Bonner, from Agatha's control, and then helps the twins stop Sword. Vision restores the Vision's memories.
It's Ralph Boner.
Is it?
Pietro makes a joke about it because remember.
Oh, it is Boner.
He goes Boner.
Yeah.
Wanda places magical runes around the barrier that prevent Agatha from using her magic, and Wanda traps her as Agnes. Wanda says goodbye to Vision and the twins before collapsing the barrier and goes into hiding. That was so dope that she used her own shit from when we get introduced to her as being the baddie.
Mm-hmm.
That was dope. She's like, you know what? You taught me something. I've been paying attention. And boom, now you're in my world, Grandma.
Yeah. I really fucking enjoyed that. Her putting her, right back in her place.
That was awesome.
And now you're stuck. Awesome. I'm going to wipe all this out, but you got to stay that thing forever. And I'll be back. She essentially implied, I'll be back.
Yeah.
We're going to meet again.
Oh, yeah.
In the mid-credit scene, Hayward is arrested while Monica is informed by the Skrull that a friend of her mother wants to meet him. In a post-credit scene, Wanda is studying the Darkhold in her astral form when she hears the twins cry for help. I'm not going to lie, that's going to come up again.
Okay. Wanda gets her first official full-blown Scarlet Witch costume in this episode, and it looks really great. It looks really, really great. Like they pulled from the comic perfectly, introducing it into this MC universe, if you will, and it looks like one of the best comic book adaptation to the movie that they've done.
It doesn't even look silly.
No, it does not look silly at all. Wanda goes back to her creepy sneak up on you and whisper in your ear and do twitchy hand gestures thing that we first saw her do in Avengers Age of Ultron. It seems that whoever holds the title of Scarlet Witch is more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme.
Which is dope.
Yeah.
If you think about it. That's powerful.
That's some super powerful shit.
At the end of the episode, in the second of the two post-credit scenes, did you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Because I didn't until just earlier.
Oh, man.
Until I read something that said, hey, there's another scene, jackass.
Go check it out.
We see Wanda in a tiny cabin at the foot of a beautiful mountain. This is almost certainly Mount Woundagore, the place where in Marvel comic canon, Wanda and Pietro were born. And we see Wanda learning magic from Agatha's spell book, The Darkhold. And then Wanda hears the twins call out for her for help from somewhere. Maybe they're still alive. It's been reported that the young actors who play Billy and Tommy, Gillian Hillard and Jet Klein, filmed scenes for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Nice. That's dope. When Wanda smashes a car into Agatha and it crashes into a nearby house, she initially only finds Agatha's boots underneath the wreckage. This is yet another Wizard of Oz reference, namely how the Wicked Witch of the East appeared after being crushed by Dorothy's house. Monica discovers her hex rewritten form can now absorb the kinetic energy of the bullets. Director Hayward fires at Tom. Wait. Okay. That was right, but it
just didn't work in your head.
It didn't work in my head at all. Monica discovers her hex rewritten form can now absorb the kinetic energy of the bullets Director Hayward fires at Tommy and Billy. It is one of many powers she will have as she develops her superhero abilities.
The show ends with a hero being recruited by Nick Fury. Basically, Fury is summoning Monica to join him in space, where we last saw him at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yes.
This I thought was super interesting. Doctor Strange 2, directed by Sam Raimi, got his start directing Evil Dead and later its sequels. The first two of these movies are centered around a demonic cabin.
It was the Scarlet Witch's cabin.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm digging. I'm fucking digging. So there we go. There's how this series buttoned up. How did you feel at the end of this? Do you feel like it was
I was satisfied
well made?
with it. Yeah, I felt there was a conclusion there. I felt satisfied. It the last post-credit scene where you could hear the kids screaming for their mom, like, but what's that all about? Why?
Right.
Wait, I thought, did she totally snap now? Like, what happened?
Mhm.
So it left me wanting for more, but I felt like the conclusion of one story. I feel like I got the conclusion of a story. Now there's room for more, and I expect more to come from the Marvel universe.
Yeah. I thought that the whole thing was really well written, directed, presented. It touched all kinds of great things in Wanda's canon and Vision's canon without ruining anything, as far as I can tell. There's proto nerds out there that could tell me I'm fucking stupid, which I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, it didn't rob something from the source material that people had a fondness for.
Yeah, and they didn't shit on it.
No.
From the, like you're saying, all the true fans that have grown up who really, that was their Spider-Man, or that was their Batman. They seem to be pleased with it.
Right. And this all lines up apparently very nicely with what we're going to see in Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness,
which, from what they're saying, it also lines up with the new Spider-Man. I already forgot the name of the title of
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home. So it's all connected, and that's awesome.
Yep. I couldn't be happier with where this is going.
Oh, me neither. It's awesome. It's really awesome.
Well, I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
No, man.
Well, we spoiled the shit out of WandaVision. We hope that you enjoyed yourself. And we will see you Wednesday.
Yes.
On our regular scheduled episode. We will be talking about Star Wars, The Light of the Jedi.
Light of the Jedi.
The novel.
We're going to be doing a roundtable review. We got a couple people from some other different podcasts, some friends of ours from other podcast shows. So it's going to be a fun thing. We're going to try not to spoil the book too much, but we are going to talk about the book a little. So please join us, man. I think it's going to be a good time.
Yep, absolutely. We'll get all up in the High Republic.
Oh, so deep.
So deep. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We'll see you next time.
As always, may the force be with you.
And go blue.
One beer in, I got to piss.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.